Hi, my name is Jeevak. I'm an industrial designer, and I'm made in India. Well, there should be something over there coming too. By the way, this is my family. Back in 1970s, I'm the one on the extreme right, the youngest one. My dad died 2 months before I was born, so my mom raised 3 kids, all by herself. So we were neither poor nor rich, but my mom always said, Jeevak, we are too poor to buy anything cheap. So please hold that thought as we continue on our journey on this globe where we are magically alive and prospering. And I think we are held together by plenty of fundamental forces, nuclear, electromagnetic, gravity. But I think we need to add to this very list the powerful and the irresistible force of emotion. Because I think emotion is at the fundamental of what makes us human as a species, and actually more essential component of how we are going to go in the future. Talking about future, you might have seen this movie, Interstellar, by Christopher Nolan. See, one of his characters, Dr. Hugh, says, emotion is so strong, it is the only thing that will transcend time and space. And I believe it. I believe emotion pull is as strong as gravity pull. In fact, it might be that kind of a 5th dimension. Yet, it is so overlooked today. It is often used as an afterthought. So today I want to make a case for what we do as industrial designers. Infuse your creation with emotion. And it might be anything you do. It might be the coffee mug in your hand. It might be the piece of jewelry you are wearing. Or it might be a place like this. Just look around you, the beautiful Fox Theater in Detroit. But do you think that golden ornate gilding is a structural or a functional element? Absolutely not. The beauty of that is the vital element that's making this theater successfully survive from 1928. So talking about beauty, let's go on the one side, the foundational side, Mother Nature. See, any random element like a sunset is beautiful. On the paramount side, works of Da Vinci or Michelangelo, masterpieces, beautiful. But today we are going to focus on everyday objects, right from the start of industrial revolution, from sewing machines till toasters, till today, tools to tractors to bikes to trains. You might ask, why focus on objects? George Nelson from Herman Miller said, think of objects as a response to societal change. I really believe objects are the containers of the very fabric of our society, our arts, and our culture. We have always used objects and we still are using them, and they are the most clear and tangible expression of how we are living on this globe. See, I think they are the physical, long-lasting markers of our humanity. So let's clear the junk between A and B, Apple and Brown. These objects by Dieter Rams and Steve Jobs, they are not only appropriate, they are highly remarkable. So to attempt to do something like this, let's try to look, what I say, the 7 dimensions of industrial design. And the first and foremost is make your objects beautiful. See, humans are spatial and visual thinkers. About 80% of how we perceive the world is through vision. See, aesthetic quality actually of a product is an integral part of its utility. It clarifies the structure of the object you see. It actually brings more understanding to it. It helps in bringing back and relate to your mental models, to your brain, which doesn't respond with facts and figures and graphs and data. Absolutely not. See, unbeknownst to you, your emotional engine is trained, self-trained, to align associations and meaning to what you see before you try to think rationally about it. Beauty is strong. There are 3 layers of it. Visual, right? The size, the shape, the symmetry, the proportions, the form, the color. Even Pluto today was deciphered through visual, and then they will have some backing from physics too, right? Second, tactile. How you feel it, the texture, the finish, the softness, the warmth, the heft. And the last, the most misunderstood element, the functional beauty. So when you look at anything like this, what you're seeing is exposed pipes and fasteners and stampings and brackets. But that is the raw, visceral reaction to the physical elements you see. That actually is a functional beauty. It speaks to your inner self. And together, the visual, the tactile, and functional constitute the molecule of beauty. I always say, beauty is not just a slice of strategy. Beauty is strategy. Second, usability. It worked. It's usable. Basically, it is where you think about the efficacy of use, the efficiency of use, the usefulness. This is where you solve for all the identified needs, the wants, the desires, the aims, the goals, the dreams of the user. This is where you start to develop the relationship, behavior with your product. Third, originality. If you want to differentiate yourself in the market full of commodity objects, you have to make it unique and compelling. You have to make it polarizing and non-predictive to make sure the objects are desirable and memorable and bought by people. Meaningfulness, the purpose, the cause, the belief, the thought behind not what you do, but why you do it. Is it ethically correct? Is it contextually relevant? Is it virtuous enough? Are you really trying to solve the problems of the user rather than just yours as a manufacturer? Sustainability. It goes without saying, it has to fit in the ecosystem with no side effects. Means, period. There should be no product design done in isolation. Alignment. See, the intersection of human values, the business vitality, and the technological feasibility has to be aligned with your own speciality, your own capability and core competency, not copied after somebody else's specialty. And last but not the least, affordability. How great your design is would not matter unless people get to buy it. It should be within their reach, the end target market segment. See, I think art need not be luxury. Beauty need not be expensive. A stamping machine doesn't understand the difference between an ugly product or a panel or a beautiful panel. So that's it, folks. It's the 7 dimensions. You try to optimally balance them and make them into one single union. Then you can make intelligence visible. That's about objects. But I think it can be used to everything around us. A bridge can be beautiful. A manhole cover can be beautiful. Every park bench, every street lamp, every signage, every bus stop can be beautiful. And together we can make Detroit the best and the beautiful comeback city ever. So I think in conclusion, yeah, go Detroit, go Spartans. I hear there are more Spartans here. So in conclusion, when we leave from this building, I encourage each and every one of you to please consider demanding more beautiful and meaningful objects. Because I sincerely believe the strongest political action any citizen can make is how they carefully choose the products they buy. Because you can change the culture by the products we use. I think coming back and tying to where we started, I think we all are poor to buy anything cheap. Let's try to surround ourselves with beauty and meaning. Infuse emotion into your creations. My name is Jeevak. I'm an industrial designer, and thank you for your attention.